getting close to ending our organized planning. A mind closed tightly to negative ideas or people or things. So it's important to have a mind closed tightly to the negative, but a mind open to receive knowledge, understanding, wisdom, application of that information. Organized planning is something that you're either doing it consciously or unconsciously, but it's happening. Here in organized planning, taking inventory of yourself. Annual self-analysis is an essential in the effective marketing of personal services as an annual inventory in merchandises. Moreover, the year analysis should be disclose a decrease in faults and an increase in virtues. One goes ahead, stands still, or goes backward in life. So organized planning is really moving your own mind in a directive, moving your own psyche, understanding the psyche, understanding the mind. If we don't understand what mind is or what the word means, we don't understand who we are. The psyche, the word psyche, the human soul, mind or spirit. The human soul, mind or spirit. In psychology, the psyche is the totality of the human mind, conscious and unconscious. Again, the psyche is the totality of the human mind, conscious and unconscious. This also includes the definition that they overlap and tension between the personal and the collective elements in man. So through the personal and the collective elements. What is the collective elements? Place you entered, your environment. And then your personal usage of the ideas from that collective elements. So then what is a man? A collective of his environment. And then his personal use. But the personal use can only advance when he understands who I am is. How many people have really made their life personal? Truly personal. Select their own images. With their own will. Not what the environment told them to do. To organize his own plan. Not what the environment's been telling him to do. Not what the collective. But the psyche is the totality of a man. Conscious and the unconscious. Takeaways so far. Questions? Here we're talking about inventory. Take inventory of yourself. It's important to take inventory of yourself. Why? Because one goes ahead, always going ahead. The mind is always a step ahead of you. Why? Because you've already been thinking and moving things ahead of time. And as you walk into experiences, you're only experiencing the aftermath. These are the after effects of the way you've been thinking. One goes ahead, stands still, or goes backwards in life. One's object should be, of course, to go ahead. Annual self-analysis will disclose whether advancement has been made, and if so, how much. It will also disclose any backward steps one may have made. The effective marketing of personal service requires one to move forward even if the progress is slow. Your annual self-analysis should be made at the end of each year, so you can include in your New Year's resolutions any improvements which the analysis indicates should be made. Take this inventory by asking yourself the following question and by checking your answers with the aid of someone who will not permit you to deceive yourself as to their accuracy. Have I attained the goal which I established as my objective for the year? You should work with a definite yearly objective to be attained as a part of your major life objective. So here we're going back to organized planning and having a yearly plan directed to your what? Your major life objective. Are you doing this? Have I attained the goal which I established as my objective for this year? So we're already halfway into the year, right? Have you been doing everything you said you were going to do? Have I delivered service of the best possible quality of which I was capable? Or could I have improved any part of this service? Number 2. Number 3, have I delivered service in the greatest possible quantity of which I was capable? So here we have QQS, quality and quantity of services rendered. If we're in a business, if we're our own company, or working for someone else, quality and quantity of services rendered. Have I delivered? Do I have a plan? Do I have a goal? Has the spirit of my conduct been harmonious and cooperative at all times? Have I permitted the habit of procrastination to decrease my efficiency? And if so, to what extent? If you went through these every day, you'd be somebody different. If you went through this monthly, have I permitted procrastination to decrease my efficiency? If so, to what extent? Have I improved my personality? And if so, in what ways? Have I been persistent in following my plans through to completion? Have I reached decisions promptly and definitely in all occasions? Have I permitted any one or more of the 6 basic fears to decrease my efficiency? That's a big one. All these are big. But clearly understand that you're being moved by what? The personal and the collective elements in man. What's designed in you? Their ideas, their race, their religion, their comprehension, their understanding, their timeline, their possibles or impossibles, their collectives, or the introduction of a personal factor. What's been creating your reality? How much advanced decision making have you been making on your own? Have I either over-cautions or under-caution? Has my relationship with my associates and work been pleasant or unpleasant? If it has been unpleasant, has the fault been partially or wholly mine? Have I dissipated any of my energy through the lack of concentration of effort? How many of you have dissipated on your energy, concentrating on executing your plan and vision daily? Have I been open-minded and tolerant in connection with all subjects? In what way have I improved my ability to render service? Have I been intemperate in any of my habits? Have I expressed either openly or secretly any form of egotism? I'm not going to go through all these, but these are checks and balances. What have you been doing? What ideas have been regulating my mind What principles am I devising my world with? And if you're not thinking of any of this, it's no wonder why you're not getting the results you're getting. It's no wonder why you're not moving in the direction that you said you were going to go. And if you are doing it, and you're still not hitting your goal, it would be guaranteed that you're missing some of the marks on some of these. Because if you're hitting every one of these, you'd be hitting your goal. So you can really go back and check these, engage yourself. If you're looking for answers, the answers are going to be in you. The questions need to be about you. If you're looking for answers, the answers will be in you. And if there's somebody you need a question, it needs to be you. There is a revision that must be taken place in all of us. If we're not revising ourselves, checking ourselves, then there's another plan coming. If your ideas are negative or in a negative way, there's another plan coming. The question is, who is I am? Who is creating my environment? Psyche, the human soul, mind, or spirit. Their childhood made them want to understand the human psyche to help others. The psyche is the totality of the human mind, conscious and unconscious. What am I thinking about? When you start to regulate and really check and balance the psyche, and really getting a good understanding of what my mind is involved with, it will be more relevant to understand this than before, because you're going to start to notice how what you've been getting emotionally involved with is what's been configuring your reality. When you start to check and revise what you've been thinking about, moving your habits, changing your way of thinking, you're going to start to realize why your life has been shaping itself in this way. The miracle is in you, but if you miss it, you miss life. What does revision mean to you guys?
Go back and look at your results, the results that you're getting, but not only that, it's to change the things that you're doing to get better results, different results. So it's going back and just reevaluating what you're doing to get better or closer to the direction of where you're wanting to go.
And what is the revision checking?
Your
Who's it
programming,
checking?
if it's checking to see what your inner self, how you're giving that a better direction and how you're rewriting that.
Good. How about even revising the day? Relive the scenes in a different direction. Why would we want to do that?
For myself, the scenes, if it's past scenes that keep you bound, it's redefining those to let go of that. And it frees you, it moves you into a positive vibration. So for me, it's going back and replaying certain things that I feel like to the present still keep me bound and thinking in a certain way that I feel like it's really not serving me. So
Good.
just rewriting that and seeing the good out of that. Well, even if it would have been a negative experience, when you see the good out of it, because there's always something to take from any experience. I mean, for myself, I've learned to just see what lesson was learned. Sometimes it's not even seeing it from the lesson, it's just understanding that person, that circumstance. It happened the way it did because some person, it's not knowing what they're doing, and forgive that and send love and just let it go, really. So
Very good. I have the right to analyze the source and the nature of the unseen power. Who gave us that right?
you've always had the right.
Yeah.
So you're giving it to yourself. It's finding it within.
We've always had the right to analyze the source and the nature of the unseen power because it's always been within us.